But when you ask the customer, when you ask the homeowner, what's important to them, believe it or not, safety, health, and comfort are the three most important things. Efficiency actually comes along for the ride.
Yes, our industry forever has been, it started out being about comfort. You know, we'll make you warm when you're cold and we'll make you cool when you're hot. Energy came into that conversation in the 80s. And I love that there's a way to bring health into that conversation.
Ken and I are IAQ guys, at heart, and Ken, share with everyone the conversation that you and I had with contractors and the mindset we were trying to get them. It's funny hearing you say big box and worried about big box and have your world is surrounded by the big box, right? Or centered on the big box, David, because when the big boxes weren't available, guess what was? All these other solutions that were readily available that were actually helping people, try not to get ill or.
And the funny thing is, Rob, before Ken gets started, the funny thing is those smaller boxes, if you will, when you talk to your customer and you ask them, you will find out that those small boxes are real important to the customer. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, most contractors look at those as add-ons. They're not add-ons. It's not, the focus can't be the big box. If the focus is the customer, they'll be very interested in the safety renovation. They'll be very interested in the health renovation. They'll be very interested in the comfort renovation. And oh, by the way, we got this big box that powers all of this stuff. We got to have it. We want it. We definitely want them to have the best possible. But when you ask the customer, when you ask the homeowner, what's important to them, believe it or not, safety, health, and comfort are the three most important things. Efficiency actually comes along for the ride if I take care of safety, health, and comfort first.
Yeah, for sure. And the term add-on or accessory kind of takes it all away, takes the wind out of it. It's an enhancement if you want to call it. But it's basically, that could be a primary for more so than the big box, right? Like you're saying, David, so for that reason, Ken, share, it was in those times when everybody
that's
was
where
home
I want to
and
jump
shut
in
down.
for sure.
Right. What was the message that we
So I love how it feels like actually an indoor air quality conversation. Actually, there's a couple of touch points here that are pretty cool. But to start with, in the beginning, yes, our industry forever has been, it started out being about comfort. We'll make you warm when you're cold and we'll make you cool when you're hot. Energy came into that conversation in the 80s. And I love that there's a way to bring health into that conversation. So now we're already talking about differentiation as a value to the contractor. How does he set himself apart from all the other guys that are changing that same 16 SEER change out? Well, he's the guy that walked in the front door and started talking to me about my health. Well, I never expected that out of my HVAC guy. So maybe I should listen to what this guy has to say. So we always thought that when we're talking to contractors, we like to ask them to think about their company's personality is kind of the word we ended up using. Contractors seem to have a niche. Maybe they're a new construction guy. Maybe they're a high efficiency guy. Maybe they're a duct cleaning guy. Maybe who knows what their specialty is. But the last 2 years proved to be a really good time to think about making your contracting company kind of a health and indoor air quality company. Now look how that also then overlaps onto maintenance agreements. You could have a conversation about a clean air maintenance agreement. And I just love how there's a couple of touch points there, but that's how we got a lot of attention from a lot of contractors because they wanted to raise the average value of that ticket, every service ticket, every whatever sales ticket. How do you increase the value of that ticket effectively and help your customer, of course? And it's those add-ons, but if you're adding on health and not just adding a smart thermostat or something, that really got their attention quickly, I thought. And I just love how it touches different aspects of this discussion.
And we've talked about and changing the narrative, right? Leading the conversation with health versus
with health instead of
equipment
comfort
features
and efficiency.